So I'm Ethan from MyShell, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of creator economy and also how AI and crypto space can boost together, driving the innovation for the new creator economy. So, yeah, I think before diving into the crypto space, gonna talk more about what's happening in the AI and what's happening with the creator economy. So during the long past histories, people have talked a lot about the creator economy, but I think the real thing is about like what can creator actually build or deliver without coding at all. So, of course, text. People can write articles, write novels that can be read by other people. And after we have the cameras, and so people post the images or the art on Instagram, and also mint the SNFTs on Zara. And the same happens for the TikTok as a video. But all this kind of content that can be built by creators is static. It can only consumed by once. You're probably not gonna read a novel every day, read the same novel every day, or look at the same images every day. But with the generative AI technologies, I think people without coding, or we call the non-coding creators, basically they can leverage all the generative AI technologies to create applications that's previously only capable by coding of doing that. I think it's kind of, let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see. So I think as we saw the contents that's coming from text, image, video, and to the AI applications, it's getting more and more multi-modalities and also interactive, and also it's modular. I think that's really gonna make the whole creator economy really interesting. So, what is AI application? I think the word might sound a little weird, and people use AI agents, chatbot, and a lot of words referring to kind of similar things. I think in our terminology, AI application is basically the combination of multiple AI models in specific execution orders. The execution order is what the agent framework gonna empowers, either as a simple linear workflow or conditional workflow, or even very complicated graph translation. So that's the way how the creators can define the business logic to chain up different models from their one model's output as the input of another models. And it's represented and interacted with the modular UI, both as the chatbot setting, as a text-based, or as GUI, as some very complicated applications we are so familiar on our mobile devices. So just gonna give some concrete examples. So here's some of the content that's built by our developers, and from the simplest ones, like the code writer, it's basically just composed of one model. It's a large language models, and it's a prompt. So it's gonna serve as dev helpers to help people writing Solidity codes as this. So it's just composed of one models. And what's happened? Oh, there's no voice because it's static PDF. So what's going to happen is we have two models that can run in parallel. It's going to compose of the AI characters with a unique personality and also unique voices, given the capability of voice clone like text-to-speech. It really adds another layer of immersive to the AI-powered content. And next example, gonna be an image generator. I think people are already familiar with the stable diffusion models, but you guys have ever used it, you know you have to write a very daunting positive prompt, negative prompt to make everything happens. So with the chain of running large language model and stable diffusion in sequence, basically you just need to express your intention with natural languages, and the large language model with prompts gonna understand your intention and write the daunting prompt and feed it back directly to the stable diffusion models. And it's gonna also generate multiple results in parallel for users to choose. And also after people find maybe the second image is something they want, they can generate a detailed variation or even enlarge the images. So it's actually chaining multiple models altogether as a single applications. And what's even more crazier, so we can saw it's still in kind of chatbot settings, but it's unconventional chatbot user interface, as we are building and delivering a very modular and multi-modality user input and also multimedia rendering as a result. And in this scenario, basically you can just type in any kind of topics you are interested, and at the back it runs the YouTube queries to find the videos. For any of the interesting video you saw, basically you can click on the index of the video. So probably you are interested in Ethereum, you saw new videos out there, but it takes like 2 hours. You don't have 2 hours to watch the whole videos piece by piece. So here's the video summary that's made by our creators. It's chaining up like 5 or 4 models together. So it's gonna first run the speaker recognition, the content recognition, the audio recognition, and then use a large language model to do the summary, and also use the voice clone to extract the characteristic of the original speakers, and use the text-to-speech model to read everything out. So it's there are multiple models, and previously it really needs the creator has the capabilities to know which model is the best or the state of art in each category, and they have to deploy all the models and train them up and code everything up. But nowadays you don't have to do any kind of codings because all the models is ready to use on our platform. I think as now we are hosting close to 100 different models for the large language model, image generation, video generation, and just many more traditional computer vision models to be used and chain up together by the creators to build anything they want. So here's something we're gonna launch soon in March. So how is everything made up? So here's the simple explanations of how the application gonna be orchestrated together. Basically, the creator use our no coding tools to define the business logic. I mean, to define how many steps, how many building blocks they need, and for each building block, which model they want, and how they chain up the input and output of multiple models, and how we can jump back and forth between different states. So this really empowers creator not just building very simple chatbot that's going to be quite similar all around the internet, but rather they can build very unique and very usable applications on our platform without any codings at all. So just to recap, basically I think at MyShell and how we envision is that people should not just build another chatbot platform. They should really build modular AI applications that serve multiple purposes, both for the entertainment, like the AI characters, AI games, and also, of course, for some image, video generation, and even some personalized educational content. And how it's built? It's built by the composition of modular AI models, which we really need to host all the models. The models going to either come from closed source that we integrate, like the Gemini OpenAI model. It's also going to come from a lot of open source communities, like the Hugging Face, GitHub, and a lot of the decentralized model optimized platform that people are building nowadays in the crypto space, because they are incentivizing people to contribute in the data to build more models. So we want to make everything ready to be used and to be easily used and composed together. And also how we can help the creators to unite everything together without hassle. It's no coding agent builders, as we saw, to build the business logic and basically the application transition state. And it's rendered and engaged with the modular user interface. So I think the interesting part is modular, because a single application is built and delivered by a lot of people rather than just single guys. Previously, the single writer writing the novel, writing the article, or the single photographer that's shooting the video or the images. But nowadays, some people building the model, some people using multiple models to chain them together to build applications. So I think that's going to really drive the very interesting topics about how we can split the revenue, who owns which part, and who owns how much of the application that is used by the end consumer. So I think that's going to be very hard and challenging issues to deal with the traditional fiat system. As we also, there are a lot of AI user-generated platforms like GPT Store, Poe.com, Character.ai. I think nowadays there's no real creator economy, because the only possible to incentivize the guy that's writing the prompt. But prompt isn't everything. There are a lot of user-generated and contributed models out there. So we designed a very flexible creator economy that's going to be powered by crypto. And we abstract away all the crypto, the gas fee, all the issues, and to make it the life easier. So I think the general idea about our creator economy is that we have the proof of usage, because any value is originated from user using it, spending time. So user spending time with the AI application, and all the AI application is composed and made on our platform with the models we provided. So we know the composition chain of the AI application. And we also have some demos that also Jason from Story Protocol showed that basically we have the registry of the AI applications. We know, the ways, how many models participated, which model in charge of which part, for the language model, for the image generation, and others. And what if you are not capable of building the models and you don't have the ideas to make your application, but still you want to be part of it? You can be a very good curators as a crypto users. People want to be the backers of early great ideas, so you can also be the stakeholder or the patron badge holders of the ecosystem. So everyone, like for the model contributors, the content creator, and also the backers or the owners of the model, they all gonna share the newly generated points or eventually tokens that's driven by the end consumers' usages. So to be more specific, here's the interface for a single application. It's called SameMaker GPT. It's powered by one model called by OpenAI. It's ChatGPT. So basically, everyone, if you think it's the content's gonna be went viral, or you can think it's gonna be highly engaged, you can use your points or eventually the token to buy the patron badge of the content. It's more like trading on the bonding curve of each AI application. And also, we're gonna make the AI models on the platform also become AI assets. I think assets need some value support, and the value support for our assets or the AI assets is the real usages, both the application and also the one layer below is the AI models. Yeah. So just with the AI application as assets, we already have the interface something similar to DeFi, but it's not DeFi project. It's basically like a launch pad for all the creators. They can build the applications that can be really handy and useful, and everyone can be the owner or trading on the fractionalized part ownership of each assets. So we have the dashboard for people to find alphas and find the early interesting ideas to either be the user of it or be the owner or the backers of it. Oh, here's a video, but it doesn't play. So basically, what if everything is also happened on-chain? I think for users, they don't care about it, whether it's on-chain or off-chain. They just want some cheap and low latency interactions. But to build a creator economy and for the crypto user to trade on the assets, we should make everything on-chain to make it more transparent, because all the token distribution, all the incentive is based on the usages. So we want to first make the usages on-chain and to make the model inference on-chain. So given the usage and the model inference, we can make on-chain in decentralized ways to make it more transparent. It has a more clear and transparent value support for all these kind of AI assets that can be traded safely by the crypto users. Yeah, so the video doesn't play, but we have a simple experimental demo working together with Ritual and Story Protocol. Basically, Story Protocol, we register all the applications and all the models we provide on their IP registry. So that's basically representing the AI application composition, ownership of all the IP assets. And also with Ritual, we can easily make all the model inference on-chain in very efficient ways. I think we are using this demo as just a starting point to make the whole AI contents or the consumer-facing application more decentralized, and so creating more AI assets can be really interesting ideas in the future. And the decentralization, even though it's still early for the AI model inference, but it's going to be the future. And I think a lot of great projects is working on the verifiability and decentralized compute, and also to bring the AI on-chain. So yeah, so basically we're gonna in charge of the usages, the contents, and looking for collaboration with all the infra project to build everything more efficient and as transparent as on-chain. Yeah, thank you. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
You guys are definitely the leaders in making a great interface that uses multiple modalities.
Yeah.
How do you kind of think of the future as those models get a lot larger and things like video where people haven't really figured out the UX yet, but we've definitely seen the Sora demos. And it's
Yeah. Yeah, I think eventually, probably 5 years on, it's going to be a very interesting idea, like how human interact with all the applications. Because previously, every single application is static. You have to download it from App Store. But nowadays, every application is modular, and all the user interface is becoming more generic. And the AI the AI model is modular. The application definition is not by code pieces. It's actually by configuration at the back. So that's fully configurable as the running states of the data flow. So I think later, we probably don't have to download any applications. Basically, you ask what you want. It queries which application gonna serve which part of your intention, and the application gonna be dynamically recomposed. It's just like how nowadays we can talk to Siri. Siri gonna route your intention to different kind of APIs that's supported by Apple. But later, probably MyShell. Yeah, we have a lot of creators building a lot of long-tail applications to serve all the needs. Whenever user come to MyShell, they don't have to find the application for his own needs. He just asks for what he wants, and the application is dynamically built. And for the larger model, for the issue you talk with the videos and larger models, I think it's gonna be interesting because we're gonna have more and more compute as AMD this year. They're gonna have much cheaper GPUs in larger quantities. So all the compute we actually can scale in horizontally in parallel to decrease the cost and to remove the hassle of waiting like an hour for the video to be generated. And also there are a lot of fantastic serving frameworks that's also gonna be really making all the large models ready to be used in a consumer-facing applications. I think the multimodality user interface is the interesting part. As one of the examples here, you can already see we have the videos. And there's buttons, there's audios. So basically, I think the framework in Farcaster is really good examples. Basically, you can make all the user interface modular and can be shown and rendered in anywhere. I think that's the future of building the ways to build applications.
So do you think that like the actual UXs will be just built with AI?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting presentation. Your business model makes a lot of sense, and the UXs look great. I'm curious what stage of building you are, and particularly the on-chain side of things, the registry. Have you already built all of that?
Yeah. So basically, we have done all the infrastructures in a centralized way. So that ensures the best user experiences. And so nowadays we have close to 1 million users. So a lot of users and a lot of creators. And we are in the early process of making everything on-chain. I think the creator economy side, we already implement the patron-based system with the point system. So you have a lot of flexibilities to iterate everything to make sure all the numerics, all the mechanisms works. And then starting from the inference and model registry, that's where we're gonna go on-chain together with all the partners. And after that, and after the tokenomics, the creator economy is more stabilized, we're gonna also make that part on-chain. So people are gonna be able to treat the real assets rather than with the point system. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I think you guys are like lowering the barriers to create an application on the AI side to close to zero, which is great. Mass creativity on that side. Can you talk a bit about moving from like the entertainment, the fun side to like the utility side? How you think about like the ChatGPT App Store, creating utilities on that side?
Yeah, I think probably we saw a lot of like AI companion, like AI characters. I think that's something that has a lot of usages. But I think the way we envision the future of AI application is going to focus more on the education. For example, education like for learning languages, for learning coding, everyone has different kind of preferences, different kind of stage to learn. But nowadays, there's no personalized learning experiences out there yet. But with AI, I think learning a new language language going to be something relatively soon to be AI generated, rather than we creating all the assets. So that's why we also have a lot of usages for educations out here nowadays. And but I think our vision is really to build any kind of generic application that's possible. I think nowadays it can only show that we can chain up all the AI models, but with just one more thing, it's the external trigger, like third-party application integration with Google Calendar and Gmail and Notion into this kind of graph. So you're gonna know what's happen. Basically, you're gonna use your existing data and gonna automate your day-to-day works. So I think basically that's gonna empower everyone to build their most ideal and personalized application for each kind of niche group that no one built application for them, or even for yourself. So I think that's the long-term vision we want to make that happen. Yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.